Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today we're doing a reading for air sign. This is in the month of May. We're going through Taurus season. We've just come out of the Taurus full moon. I think that was on the 6th of May. Now we're coming into an Aquarian moon, so it's unusual. Not a good set of lineup of planets, Aquarius and planet of love, which is Jupiter, so expansion. And then you've got the rebellious side of Tower, so you've got two opposing forces. I don't really get along with Taurus energy, even though I've got it in my chart. I've got more Virgo in my chart as far as Earth goes. So my Virgo trait is to be very picky about what I do, put on my face, my makeup, my hair, how I present, how I perform something like drawing or whatever that may be. But that's my Virgo tendency. I seem to attract a lot of Virgos because I find that in the makeup industry, most of the people I talk to, or I have talked with, are a Virgo. They're meticulous for detail. Everything's in the detail. The devil's in the detail. The Lover's Path Tarot by Chris Walderhair is who I'm using today. My other cards unfortunately fell apart. I'm just keeping them for me to use now. The next so the first card I pulled out of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. Now the Two of Pentacles is something between the head and the heart. You're trying to balance the head and the heart. You're making decisions based on that logic and emotion. And you've got the Lovers, which is crossing the path of you, which is Osiris and Isis. Now he died, his brother killed him out of jealousy. And Isis was very healing. She's represented by the goddess energy, the high priestess, and as it Bast, B-A-S-T, which is the cat in the Egyptian mythology, and she was also symbolized by a bird. So if you see lots of birds, there's communication coming about someone who likes you, possibly two people, because we've got Gemini nature is the Lover's card, and it's usually a choice between two people. One's older and one's younger. Maybe this has come up before, and they may have chosen someone younger than you, or you chose someone younger than them, and then they were looked over. Now I've got the rose quartz on that path, which is for love, and the Two of Coins is two twos, because the Lovers is two. Again, your life path may be a two, and two is joining, a union, and Jupiter is the planet of love. Two of Coins can also represent the wrestle between head and heart decision, but also it can represent living in the 5D and the 3D. You may be like myself, you may be a psychic person or a psychic medium, and they live in the spirit world as well as in the real world. It's very hard to know which direction to go, because you want to be grounded, you want to stay here, you don't want to go off in the ethos. In the past here, I've got the Six of Cups. This might have been going back through old photo albums, old cards, old memories, looking at pictures of the past with people from your past. Or you may have recently gone and met up with a bunch of people from your past for a birthday or a get-together with family and friends from a different state, country, time or place. Now I've got here recent past, you've got the Justice card, which is talking about looking at getting justice to something that maybe you never got resolved. It might be from past memories, past childhood memories. You may be trying to work through a childhood trauma, and that is still affecting you to this day, and you wanted some type of justice for what was taken from you from a very young age. And maybe you can't get the justice because those people no longer live on this planet. They might have passed over. Or there's no way to do anything about it because you're connected to them through a child or through one parent that's mother of both siblings that are from different mother and father. So there could be that. This is also maybe you working in the legal system. You may have wanted to work in the legal system, or you recently was working in the legal system. And Justice card to me is like balance. It's a Libra quality. I know I have a Taurus moon. I was born on a Taurus moon, which is the hour of the day, and my father was born on a Libran moon, which is all about balance again. trying to weigh up pros and cons of heart and head, logic and reason. Most people do base it on logic and reason because the heart is a very vulnerable place to have to go into. And not many people want to go in and be vulnerable. The fortune is the wheel of fortune. I've got this in the other reading. It speaks of, again, like the chariot, in 1 calendar year from now, things will be completely different for you. You could be getting a new car. You could be taking a lotto ticket and win a big lot of cash, or a lottery, or what are those art union competitions? You might get an art union competition and win a house or a car. That's on the cards for you as well. Just a lucky cycle. So I put Citron on there because Citron represents luck and good fortune and money. You may have received a couple of gifts recently because there was Mother's Day if you happen to be a mum or a mother of a puppy, you know, and you got received something for the dog as well. You know, there's lots of ways to mother people. So you might have received gifts from Mother's Day. You may have been giving gifts to your mother for Mother's Day. Now the world, maybe your psychic ability comes from your mother's lineage. That's another message I got quite strongly. I know it was passed down from my grandmother who's recently passed over. And when I started wearing her wedding band from her mum, it's shown me things that was coming for her because I was reading the ring. I was picking up on the energy of my grandmother. The world is to do with future events. Oh, that's a definite message. The flame just flickered. Yeah, she's around me right now. She's listening to me read. The world is to do with someone that's from another country in your future. It's fated because the Wheel of Fortune can also represent, can't speak, fated union with someone from another country, another world from yours. It's Capricorn energy. So Capricorn energy is grounded energy. And to ground a Capricorn, because they tend to have a fascination with sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and excess of. Aquarius is also can be quite extreme. They can be very fixated on a person, place, or thing, and they can be fixated on someone. If they can't have them, they'll do anything to go out of their way to rebel against the system, which would be the school system, because they're very rebellious by nature, and they come to their own conclusions by researching and exploring other options of coming to the same result or getting the same result. This is what I got told yesterday. There's different ways. There's more than one way to skin a cat, is the old saying. And you know, it's how you go about it, but you come up with the same outlook or the same outcome. The world is about triumphing over good and evil. Maybe you've been going through something, really going through it, and it's taken like 9 to 10 years to go through a cycle. I know Saturn was in Aquarius for 10 years. Lots of hard lessons we've all gone through. So the world is triumph. It talks about success, travel, and closure. Triumph after difficulties, feeling supported by the universe, happy closure to a phase of life, travel and communication. And then you've got the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is, to me, is a happy ending. It's having all your family around you. Because, you know, Mother's Day, everyone gets together and sees family for Mother's Day. And it can be emotional if, you know, you've lost somebody recently and that person is no longer in the 3D. Ten of Cups is satisfying emotional life, joyful closure, fertility, happiness, community, abundance, deep emotional satisfaction, endurance in love, expansion of family or friends in your community. Now, if there had been a Fool card, I would have said someone's going to have a child if they get together with a lover very soon. But no, it's a new cycle coming for you. You're cycling out of one 10-year phase into a new 10-year phase. Because 10 and 10, 21, is a power number in a new phase with a new person. We've got here the Tower reversed, which means you've gone through a Tower moment recently. You've just gotten through a Tower moment. Maybe it was a health issue, or you were under a lot of stress and you weren't coping with the pressure of the stress from the workload, or a course that you were undertaking, which is a new cycle for you into a new era. Can we talk about that? But the Tower reversed is saying you overcame it. Things are going to start getting better now because you overcame a big Tower moment. Yeah, and awakening. Oh, sorry, oppression, which is the opposite of awakening. It's like a transformation, really. It's like you shake a tower and it crumbles so that the new thing can be born. The new um, castle can be built on a solid ground rather than an unstable ground, is what that means. The tower is depression, overcoming depression and difficulties, feeling overwhelmed or oppressed by circumstances. It says here, it's a pause before moving to a new phase of life. And then when it's reversed, your situation may feel overwhelming. Hidden forces are at work, but be patient and trusting things will start to improve. The Four of Cups is a standstill. It's a pause. It's a Four of Cups is like being illuminated, going within to have illumination on your situation, pausing and resting. You may have been unwell recently. You're overcoming a period of being unwell. We've got here the bloodstone, which I carry on me to try and draw in good energy for my health. I've been burning a candle, which is bluish. I would say it's aqua. I'm playing with the flame at the moment. Interesting. You know, the flame, or the candle, represents all the forces of nature: the fire, earth, wind, and sun. There's the flame, there's the spark. All four elements. And the liquid is the water after it's burnt, and the atmosphere is being electrified by the spark of the sun, spark of the divine. So I put on that candle, bring good health to me. The Six of Coins, and the bloodstone is meant to protect you from ill health. It's in the blood of Christ. You're protected. The Six of Coins is to do with some type of charity work. You may be helping out. You may be trying to train other people how to do something if they struggle, because you've done that before in past, past training. Also, you could be volunteering at a place like Lifeline, giving back to society, and volunteer work is also very good for the soul, because you get to meet people that have come through very difficult times as well. And if you can relate to that, then you can see that there's always someone doing it tougher than what you are. That's what I've found with giving back with volunteer work. Six of Coins, let me go, here we go. Generosity, helping others, charity, fortune, appreciation, trusting in the prosperity of the universe, and helping others who are less fortunate. Yeah. You might be giving out clothes to a clothing bin, or donating things to a charity, which will help other people in need. The next card I've got is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. And she's got some really nice artwork in it as well. I'm just going to shuffle, because I've already shuffled quite a bit on this one with that last reading I did, which was for the Earth signs, Sun, Moon and Rising, particularly in Taurus season. Tis the season. We're about to go into Gemini season. I always seem to run into a lot of Geminis around the end of May, I find. Okay. First card I pulled. Deep knowing. Yeah. Intuition's very high at the moment for people out there. New life. A new set of circumstances, because we picked the world. Deep knowing is amazing intuition. Could be very accurate at the moment, because you may be abstaining from intimacy with others. Therefore, your psychic ability will grow, because it'll internalize your Kundalini chakra energy. Like, what's the snake in the medical field is like a snake around a staff. Represents the chakra that is activated, sexual energy, that if not released, goes within. It goes within, and it becomes like magnified, because you're not releasing that energy, that sexual energy. It turns on itself like a snake, and makes you more aware, more psychically aware, more in touch. And the snake is synonymous with intuition. If you dream about snakes, it's usually relating to your intuition, or people that are not to be trusted around you. 43. And you've got a bird, another bird symbol, which means communication from the realm. And then you've got 39 for new life. So deep knowing, intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people talk to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their own journey. Know you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then act accordingly. You're invited to tune in and trust your vibes. They'll be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. There are occasions when you just know, deep in your heart and soul, that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly out of the blue you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time, etched incredibly into your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen, and a new life will be born from this in the future. "39. A breath of fresh air. New energy enters old relationships. New relationships are bursting with the sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all forms." And that's all I have for you today for Air Sign, Sun, Moon, and Rising.